Clark. I am a cannabis business and corporate attorney. My law firm, Clark Newberg, we are a women-owned and run law firm. I've been working with, it's pretty cool. I've been working with cannabis businesses for the last 12 years. I head up our Los Angeles office. My law partner, Nicole Newberg, is in San Francisco. I've been working with cannabis businesses across all segments of the cannabis market for a long time. In the course of really over 10 years of dedicating my life to helping out operators, entrepreneurs, people who are ancillarily involved in the industry, cities, counties, tribes, state governments, as we kind of help lead a political, cultural, and economic and social change around cannabis. A huge amount of what we do really every day is negotiations, meaning it is communication. And communication in terms of many different viewpoints. So coming to a negotiation with respect of understanding it's a round table, right? There is not necessarily the winner or the loser. There are many voices in this concert of voices, and that's really a lot of what we do. So for that reason, I've been heavily involved in politics in the last several years. Both on a state level, a municipal level, and actually with some tribes. When I think about the type of negotiation that was challenging, I'm actually going to focus my little talk on politics, because a lot of you guys will be facing dealing with local governments, state governments, politicians, very complex situations with many different voices, many different interests that you will need to understand when you're walking into that room. Whether it's, I need to get a delivery service permit through this specific process on a local level in order to get my state license, and we have law enforcement at the table, we have the planning department, we have all of these different folks who have different perspectives on this, right? It is important that you walk in there strongly and understand what you know, that you really know kind of what you're getting into, because to be fair, from where I came to where I am now is a very different thing. I didn't understand politics. I didn't understand so many of the things that today I do, and I'm still very much of a student, thank goodness, forever and ever. But about first the story of the negotiation that went bad, or that was challenging, that I learned from. About a little over a year ago, I started the Los Angeles Cannabis Task Force. So in the city of LA, we've got a lot of political issues here. There are no business permits for cannabis, right? And so we needed to come out and insist upon permitting for all segments of the market, opportunities for women, people of color. We've got a lot of issues that need to be dealt with in the city of Los Angeles. In the course of starting this organization, we also needed to figure out what to do on a state level to kind of help fix what's going on a local level. So there was an assembly bill that was put forward by some different organizations that would have skipped over the city of LA local licensing process. And we had major problems with that. We want to hold the city of LA accountable. So me, new to taking a political leadership role, totally bull in a China shop sort of a vibe, went trying to get people on board to oppose this bill, right? And I'm on the phone and I'm jumping up and down, this is totally fucked up, we cannot do this, right? You know, and I'm just doing my best. And I don't think about all the various interests of potentially very large lobbyists, non-cannabis lobbyists. Like I had, at the time, zero clue about all the forces that wanted things to go in this certain direction. I did not prepare for this. I didn't even know how to prepare for that, very frankly, right? So one thing I would say, the first piece of advice is, especially as you're going into these political moments, right, and that will affect your business and your livelihood, think about who those different players are. What is it that they want to accomplish? And then also, instead of creating an oppositional viewpoint, because that is the old way. The new way, you guys, is about collaboration, and it's about actually listening to each other. The old way is about, I'm on top and you're on bottom, and fuck you guys, and we want to keep everything kind of for ourselves. That's the old way. And the way that we bring the new way is to show up like that in every moment of our lives. And that even includes in these discussions, in negotiations, right? So to listen to law enforcement. What are you concerned with? Let me think about what your issues are, and then let me walk toward you to find some kind of solution in common ground. Or let me think about, okay, whatever the varying interests are. So please prepare, know your audience, and then of course, be very clear about what it is that you want to accomplish. We are all in this moment where we can actually construct the businesses, the laws, the cannabis industry that we want to create. We're doing it. That's us, guys. That's what's up. And so to be clear about what we want, and what do we want to see? Do we want to see an industry? Do I want to see a business model that has zero corporate responsibility and uphold certain values? No, I don't. So I'm going to walk into every day of my life and every meeting and every moment and every negotiation with that clarity in mind. Every morning meditation, every prayer is that I will be of service in that regard. So be also very clear as you walk. So be very clear about what it is that you want, and also please, as a fourth thing, I know there are only three, but this again is the plug for being socially conscious, aware, connected, because we all are interconnected human beings and beings of this earth and cosmos. Remember that we have this opportunity to create something different. Believe it. It is true.